Greetings, boys and girls, dogs and cats, and everybody else, and welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. This one, what do we call? Poorly planned and expertly executed. And the reason we called it that was because, quite frankly, we didn't have a lot of time last week. Last week was extremely busy. I didn't have a lot of time to put stuff together. As a matter of fact, I just got the snacks for the live stream yesterday. So, and I apologize to any of you who are online right now or who are in the chat right now that I owe things to. I know I promised I would read a story from somebody, and I promised Tom that I would do a collaboration with him today, but those things didn't happen just because I didn't have time to get everything in line. So my apologies to everybody of this kind of hastily thrown together live stream. But we missed a week. I think it was a week. I don't think it was 2 weeks. I think we missed a week, and I wanted to make sure that we got everybody covered and that we had a good show for you. And so I think we do. We are joined by Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Doodle, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? It's Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. I imagine we're going to see him in a little bit. So Doodle, when I start talking, always knows that it's snack time. So we're going to start him out with a snack, and hopefully he will be able to pace himself. How is everybody doing? Who do we have in the room? We have Lois Griffin in the room. Early, that's nice. We have Tom, old guy in Colorado, Miguel Rangel, Janice Yamanaka, because it's never a live stream without Janice. And I think that's all we got right now. According to that little number up there, it's at 8. I think there's a little bit of a lag between the audio and the video, at least on my end. I don't know how it is on your end. And there he goes. I don't know how it is on your end, but let me know. How's the audio? How's the video? Is it too loud? Is it too grainy? Do I need to change the lighting? Is it too bright? Is it not bright enough? Let me know. So as it turns out, I'm going to say most of the stuff that I got today was from Cost Plus World Market, which is a short walk from the house, so you know that made it a little bit easier. Jared Tierno has just entered there, and welcome, Jared. So yeah, most of the stuff is from Cost Plus World Market. I could have called it a Cost Plus World Market live stream again, but again, I didn't know until yesterday where I was going to be getting the ingredients and everything. It was, like I said, it was kind of crazy. Now, this is the light up Trippy Food sign that Julie gave me, and I did notice that depending on how you wiggle the USB, it can be brighter or not as bright. So that one is not as bright, and it seems like it shows up a lot better like that. So we kind of got that down. I am expecting Julie to show up today. Talked to her yesterday, and she did say she was going to show up. It's been snowing here since 9 p.m. last night. Oh my God, a foot so far. Yeah, Julie got a lot of snow in Massachusetts, and but then it started raining and most of it washed away. But she had some damage to one of her fences because of the weight of the snow. And then in Portland, I have friends and some family in Portland, and they also got some snow. So it was still snowing when I talked to them yesterday, and I'm not sure exactly how much had fallen. So, you know, snow, cold weather, winter weather, all over the country, except here. We had no rain. It's been in the highs in the low 60s and lows at night in the 40s here. And for me, that's nice. For me, that's comfortable. But for people in Southern California and Los Angeles area freaking out, going, oh my God, it's freezing. I'm like, it's not freezing until it hits 32. So there we go. Ice Hand has joined us. Welcome, Ice Hand. Your ears must have been burning because I was apologizing to people because it was been a very long and busy week, and I didn't get a chance to get to some of the things that I meant to get to, including reading your screenplay story. I'm not sure exactly how to put it, but I will get to that, I promise. But thank you for joining us, Ice Hand. It's good to see you. I am enjoying my morning coffee at 1 p.m. And again, this is the New England coffee breakfast blend that Julie gave me for Christmas. So I'm still enjoying that. In my French press. I think we're almost out. Well, almost out of what's in the French press. So there we go. Good to the last drop. Update, you were still hardcore champ. You be what? Are you kidding me? Okay, so if any of you don't know what Ice Hand is talking about, on Matt's channel. Aishan, what is the game? What is the game that it's a wrestling game, and I always forget the name of it. And so apparently they have a Val character. They have a me character. He doesn't have glasses though, but he's a me character, a Val character. And apparently the Val character is the hardcore champ, and he had the title, and then he went up against the Chris Reckless character, not Restless, but Reckless. Or do they call it Chris Restless? They went against the Chris Reckless character, and I apparently retained my belt. So I don't know how this happened. Like every time I'm watching and Matt is doing a wrestling game and I'm involved, I always bet against me, because you can bet channel points, and I always make channel points by betting against me. But it seems like the last couple of times, it seems like I've won. So I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right. Let's see. I did say hi to Jared, right? I got everybody. WWE 2000 or 2K. Thank you, Iceman. Yeah. So if you ever watch any of Reckless Eating's live streams on Twitch, where they play a bunch of games, WWE 2K is one of those games, and there is a Val character, and apparently he's a champion. I can't explain it either. I have no idea why. How is everybody today? And I expect everybody to answer. Don't answer for your neighbor because they don't know or anything. Audio and video look good. No lag for us. Perfect, Janice. Thank you. Yeah. How's everybody doing? How was your week? I'm trying to think. Lois, if I'm not mistaken, you're from the U of K, if I'm not mistaken. And I think everybody else is from the US. And so I'm just wondering how many of you have tomorrow off? How many of you don't have to work tomorrow? I am one of the lucky few that do not have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day in the United States, and I do have the day off. Spending time with my sick cat. Well, that's not fun, especially depending on how sick the cat is. But yeah, that can't be fun. And the thing about pets, especially when pets get sick, is you got to take them to the vet, because quite frankly, they don't know how to tell you what's wrong, right? Sometimes you can sense that they have like a cough or something like that. You can kind of sense what's going on. And then other times, you got to take them to the vet and figure out, because they can't tell you. So, being the fact that they don't talk, I don't know why. It's really annoying that they don't talk. No matter how much you tell them. We're doing fine. Don't mind the cold, but hate the wind chill. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to remember. Some of you may be sports fans. I am not, but I just Dallas had his 13th birthday party last night. It wasn't his 13th birthday, but it was close to it. So it was a big party that they gave for Dallas for his 13th birthday. And as Dallas does like sports, he was watching a football game. It was the St. Louis Chiefs against the Miami Dolphins, and they were playing in St. Louis, and the air temperature was 7 degrees, and it was something like 12 below with the wind chill factor. And I'm thinking to myself, the Chiefs might be used to that. The Dolphins are probably not used to that, being that they're from Florida. And like if I was the Dolphins, I just would have like thrown the ball, kept on throwing the ball and losing and saying, let's go home. It's freezing cold. I don't even know why they have games when it's that cold, but. Oh, Jeff, you are in St. Louis. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Jeff, did you go to the game yesterday? Because I think it was in St. Louis. No, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. No, it's Kansas City. That's Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs. It's Missouri. So, one city in Missouri is just like any other one. Isn't that right, Jeff? No, but yeah, like I said, did you say minus 14? Feels like minus 14 here in St. Louis. Oh, yeah. Well, it's Missouri, right? Missouri's really cold right now. I guess it's cold all over the country right now. And like I said, here in the LA area, it's in the low 60s during the day. And for LA, that's cold. So there you go. Being retired, I'm on permanent 3-day weekends. There you go. You're on 7-day weekends, essentially, Iceland. All right. Okay. I thought I forgot napkins. I did not. And I'm going to do something that you're not supposed to use napkins for right now, but and my apologies, I got to blow my nose. So here we go. I can't do it like off camera, and I don't know. I don't know how to mute the audio, so my apologies up front. Much better. All right, there we go. I always get congested in the morning, although it's not morning right now, so I don't really have an excuse. So we have, and I didn't list them, so it's going to be a surprise for all of you. It was a surprise to me as of yesterday. I mean, until yesterday. So we are going to do a variety of snacks and beverages. We have our adult beverage and we have our soft drink, and we're going to be doing those. Some unusual stuff that I found. So let's see, what time is it now? It is 1:10. We'll wait another 5 minutes. That number seems to be holding steady around 9, but it seems like more and more people are coming in the room because Jeff just joined us recently. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just wait a couple more minutes. So, anybody have any plans? Any like travel plans? Anything? So I am going to I'm going to Boston. Well, I say Boston, but Massachusetts. I'm going to Massachusetts. I'll be visiting Julie. I'll be visiting my mom, and that's going to be in February. That's going to be fun. So we will most likely bring you, one or several live streams from Trippy Food East with Julie, who I'm still waiting for, but that's okay. And yeah, Claudia went to get the flights and went to get the tickets, the airline tickets to fly into Boston, and they were really, really cheap. It was like $200 something, really cheap. And she said, why are these tickets so cheap? And I go, because nobody wants to go to Massachusetts in February because it's cold. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's icy, sometimes it's snowy, but it's always cold. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on what is going on here? How come you guys didn't tell me about that? Val, fix your collar. What's wrong with you? And we got this button open. That's not sexy. That's animal. All right, there we go. It's cold down here in Texas. Yeah, I remember when I lived in Texas for 13 years, lived in Austin, and yeah, it could get downright cold. As a matter of fact, maybe once every 3 to 5 years, they would get an ice storm, and they got pretty bad. So I remember the first time I got caught in an ice storm, and I'm driving around in the car, and like people are just like, I was kind of used to driving on the ice, being that I was from Massachusetts, but the people in Texas are not, and they don't have equipment to sand and salt and all that other fun stuff. So it's just a good idea to stay off the road. So I remember the first time I encountered that. The second time or one of the other times I encountered that, I was working for Dell in Round Rock, Texas, which is just north of Austin, and I was working when it started. The storm came, the ice storm came, and everything got iced over. And then they asked people, because essentially people couldn't leave, they couldn't even get out of the parking lot, and they said, hey, everybody can stay, and we need people to cover other people's shifts because we can't get other people in here. So we will pay you for the entire time you're here. So basically 24 hours, they'll pay us 24 hours. And then, anything over 8 in a day is overtime. We'll pay you for 24 hours that you're here. We will try to, set up some movies for you, get some pizza brought in or whatever. And the only thing we ask is that you work the hours that we schedule for you, and then other than that, you're free to go. So I was there for 3 days. Now, although that sounds fun, like, oh my God, the paycheck's going to be amazing. At the same time, there was no bed, so I slept on the floor, and no change of clothes. So that wasn't fun either. But there we go. Yes, Ice Hand, you got that correct. I was quoting from American Pie. My ride's here. I forgot I had the window open. So again, those of you who are freezing maybe cannot appreciate that I have the window open. But again, it's about 60 something. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. If only there was a way to find out. It is currently here in beautiful sunny Los Angeles, 61 degrees. But it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable, 61 degrees. All right, it is 1:15. We might as well go ahead and get started. And as usual, we will start with our adult beverage, which is right here. And this is from Ventura Spirits. It is a Prickly Paloma. Now, I believe a Paloma is a mixed drink. I'm not completely sure. Do we have any bartenders out there? Anybody who knows what a Paloma is and what's in a Paloma? But I believe it is a mixed drink. We're doing something a little bit different today. So usually we do beers, only because there seems to be like a lot of different interesting beers, and we don't, and we get caught up in that. But I did promise you previously that we were going to branch out a little bit and do some different kinds of alcohol and everything. And so we are. So today we're doing this, which is a canned, I'm guessing, mixed drink. I got this at Trader Joe's. It is not a Trader Joe's product. They do have other outside products and everything, but they do have their own brewery, so they do Trader Joe's products. This is not a Trader Joe's product. This is from Ventura Spirits, and Ventura Spirits was founded in 2011 by Andrew and Anthony Caspary in Ventura, California. Does anybody know the actual name, Linda Paloma? No, I don't think so, Tom. Hey, so I guess Big Gucci Soldier Mike snuck into the room. I did not see. Still don't see him. But oh no, there you are. Okay, ban check. Oh, you want me to check on why Matt banned you. Apparently, he asked you not to do something, because I did ask him about that. He asked you not to do something and you did it, and then he said again, don't do something, and you did it again, and then he banned you. So I was unsuccessful in getting you unbanned, but there we go. I have not banned anybody from this channel. So we have a great group. We have a great community. For the most part, you're self-policing. There is one person who likes to push that envelope to the edge. I think I don't think they do it so much anymore, but they push the envelope there. So they got timeout twice, and we told them next time we're just going to ban you. Sorry, but we have not had to ban anybody. So I really appreciate it. So, but this is a good time to kind of go over they're not rules really, but just kind of what we are and what we do. So we are a family-friendly channel. We're not a family channel. But we are a family-friendly channel, which means that we, certainly on my end and also on your end, because you guys have done really good on that, is that we sometimes we do the little double entendre stuff. That's fine. But in general, we're like PG-13 is like what we are. But we try to be a family-friendly channel, so that you can watch these live streams and you can watch the episodes with your family, with kids, and you don't have to explain anything, or you don't have to put your hands over their ears or tell them to leave the room or anything else like that. So that's one of our things, is that we try to be a family-friendly channel. The other thing is the two things that we will not talk about at all on the channel, and eventually you will get banned if you do this. The things we will not talk about in the channel: A, religion; B, politics. We will not talk about either one of those. It's not that we don't have an opinion on that or anything. It's not like in other places we don't talk about politics, or we don't talk about religion. But for the sake of trying to do a 2-hour live stream focused on food and travel, once we start getting into a religious conversation or a political conversation, there goes your 2 hours. Because honestly, when it comes to religion and when it comes to politics, everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a completely different opinion. And it's an argument. It's this or this. It turns to name calling and stuff like that. So we just not going to deal with it. So our 2 rules: 1, we try to keep it family friendly. 2, we don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics. And so thank you guys very much for keeping the community that way. And like I said, it's a great community, and we've never had to ban anybody. So there we go. And we don't talk about Fight Club, and we also don't talk about Bruno. So we don't talk about Bruno. It's 32. Oh yeah. Well, snow, you have to have at least 32. I mean, does it ever snow above 32? 32 degrees, for those who don't know, and we're talking 32 Fahrenheit, is freezing temperature. It's the equivalent of 0 Celsius. Celsius is easy to remember, at least the two ends of it. 0 Celsius is freezing. 100 Celsius is boiling, which is 212 in Fahrenheit, right? So for you to have snow, it generally has to be 32 degrees or lower, because otherwise you can't. It won't form crystals, snowflakes, whatever. So, Bacon, I'm sorry. I neglected to welcome you to the room. It is good to see you. You are not a frequent visitor here, but you are a well-loved visitor here, and it's good to see you. Glad you could join us. Sometimes I'm on time. Yeah, sometimes. But we don't like you don't have to punch in or anything, so we're good. We're good. It's 5 degrees there. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, it's cold everywhere apparently. All right. So again, this is a prickly paloma. This is what is the name of the drink. It is cactus pear brandy and grapefruit cordial with lime juice and soda. Doesn't that sound good? It just sounds fruity and zesty. It is whopping 6.5% alcohol by volume. A little bit higher than beer standard is about 5. But again, this is kind of a mixed drink and everything, so that's not surprising. They don't give you a lot in this can, which is probably a blessing. For some reason, I got the beer glass, the Trippy Food beer tornado glass that has nucleation. I remember that, Janice. Nucleation. That has nucleation because it has that little thing inside, that little etching inside that causes the bubbles to form. I don't know how it's going to work with this, but we're going to give it a try. So let me go ahead and open this. I don't know why I was expecting it to like foam up. Well, I guess because it's kind of like a soda, right? Oh, it smells really nice. I can smell it from here. Has anybody out there, show of hands, has anybody out there ever had prickly pear? What are some other names for it too? The Spanish name for it is tuna, T-U-N, T-U-N, I think it's N-A. And it's prickly pear or cactus pear or, but it's the fruit of the cactus. And I think we did a Trippy Food episode where we actually cut one up and ate it. It was delicious. There's other things that you can do with it as well. You can juice it, and I think the juice would be like really good for a margarita. Although I've never seen anybody do a cactus pear margarita, but it sounds like it probably would work really well. Smell the grapefruit in that. It's like you would think that you would smell other stuff as well. It does have lime juice in it, but you smell the grapefruit. What if this would taste like Squirt? I think Squirt. Is it Squirt the one that's the grapefruit one? Squirt. And Fresca might be grapefruit too. I don't remember. Yes, we've had prickly pear jelly and non-alcoholic drinks with prickly pear. Yeah, it's really good. It really is. The thing that you have to remember about prickly pear, especially if you're let's say you have a cactus plant, and I think it's a particular type of cactus that you can eat the fruit. I don't know if all cactus fruit is edible. It's a particular type. But the thing you have to remember about it, and I found out the hard way, is that the fruit itself, that little red cactus pear itself, also has spines on it, or spikes on it. And if you don't remember that and you go to pick the fruit, you'll find out really quickly that it has the spines in it. So I think if you watch our episode that we did eating it, the best way to get rid of those spines is to burn them off. So I think we had like a little big lighter, and we burnt the spines off. So easiest way to do it, unless you want to peel it, but then you have to work around the stuff. So here we go. Cheers. That's interesting. I'm used to stuff like, because this has soda in it, it's sort of like a seltzer, but it doesn't taste like all the alcoholic seltzers that are out there. But on the other hand, it doesn't really taste like a soda either. It's sweet and a little bit syrupy. There's nice flavor from the prickly pear, and even though you can smell a lot of grapefruit, the grapefruit doesn't overpower it, flavor-wise. I'm drinking this. I'm drinking this like it's a seltzer because it doesn't taste like it has a lot of alcohol in it. And I have to remember there's more alcohol in it than typically there is a beer. And I as a lightweight have to be careful. So, but I'm just sipping this stuff because it's really good. It's fruity. It doesn't have that alcohol bite. So this is a dangerous, like on a hot day, you could be sitting there with a glass of this and you could just drink it down thinking like, yeah, that's not a big deal. and let the alcohol content get away from you. But I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. That's really good. Again, I got it at Trader Joe's, but I'm not sure. It might be something that's only available in Southern California, again, because it is a product of Ventura Spirits, which is in Ventura, California. Also, Ventura, California is just a nickname for the city, sort of like what is the one, Santa Clarita, and they call it Valencia. They call Santa Clarita Valencia, but the actual name of the city is Santa Clarita. So Ventura is actually San Buenaventura, which is Saint Buenaventure. I don't know. Go figure. R.I.P. Cooking with Linja. Linja? Is that Linja? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not sure what Cooking with Linja is. Is that a YouTube channel? So what's going on with Cooking with Linja, Miguel? Well, first of all, what is Cooking with Linja? And then second of all, what is going on with Cooking with Linja? Again, Prickly Paloma from Ventura Spirits. Very good. Excellent. Thumbs up. And I have to be careful, again, because it's a very refreshing, fruity, sweet soda drink that you can't taste the alcohol in. Very dangerous. Yeah. Linja. Yeah, but who was Linja? Ludwig. Oh, by the way, Ludwig, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Who is? I'm not familiar with Linja. Was it a YouTube channel? Was it a cooking channel thing? What? Who is Linja? I don't know. If only there was some way to find out, but there's not. Yes, which one? I threw several things out there, and I'm not sure which one it was, Ludwig. I suppose I could do a search, right? That would be the easy thing to do. Cooking on YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube. All right, let's see. Linja, Lynga. Okay, I'm seeing it at YouTube. Oh, Lynn Davis. The Linja is Lynn Davis, has passed away at 67 after what? I'm surprised I hadn't heard of that. Oh, after a battle with esophageal cancer. Oh, that sucks. She was the biggest faces of cooking videos on YouTube alongside Binging with Babish and Nick DiGiovanni, who she collaborated with frequently. You've more than likely seen one of her videos before, as she was best known as Cooking Grandma. I have not. Now I have to. Now I have to go back and check that out. So, yeah, that sucks. Oh, there's a YouTube channel. Okay. I'm going to subscribe. Not that she's going to be putting out anything new, but at least I'll remember. Oh, okay. And it looks like her family is putting up videos remembering her and stuff. So it looks like that. And the food looks really, really good. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. So thanks for bringing that to my attention. Hey, John King has just entered the room. Now it is a party. Not as big as Babish. No, I mean, I knew who Babish was, but I didn't know who she was. So, but thank you for bringing that to my attention. We're going to have to check that out. Adam Heb has also entered the room. Welcome, Adam. Oh, this is like addictive. I have to be very careful. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is this. For our first snack, if you want to call it that, I want to do this one and kind of get this one out of the way because this one is a little bit more complicated. So this is, you guys know, Nissin cup noodles, right? I've never seen this one before. Now it looks like there's like it looks like pictures of vegetables, but I don't know if that's a serving suggestion. Oh, it says serving suggestion. So I don't know if those, whatever that colored stuff is, I'm guessing it's vegetables that's inside it. But this is cup noodles, black pepper crab flavor. And it does have seafood in it. So it's not one of those ones that has fake colors. It has tons of ingredients. I mean, onion powder, white sugar, shallots, shrimp, anchovy, milk, salt, potato starch. Let's see. Does it have monosodium glutamate, which everyone thinks is bad? It's really not. Fish sauce, calcium carbonate, garlic, dried shrimp. So it's going to have some seafood in it. And I don't, oh, there it is. It has citric acid in it. You know why? Because there's citric acid in everything. All right. So I'm going to get this started. It's a lot simpler. Some of these are kind of complicated. Like you have to open the package out. You have to take out the oil packet. And you have to take out the seasoning packet or the soup base. Take out these packets. Mix the soup base in. Add the water. Drain the water. Add this. Add that. Mix that. And this one's a lot simpler. So this is like pour water in up to the line. Let it stand for 3 minutes. Stir and eat. I love those. I love those. They're really simple. I'm going to give a preemptive kumquat in the blind. Oh, thank you, Tom, for reminding me. I have not been reading the cards, so I didn't read the cards for the last one. We will read a card. Got to read the cards. I told you guys, and no, I told you guys. I polled you guys and asked you if you wanted the cards or not. And I say guys figuratively. If you wanted the trivia questions or not, and you unanimously agreed you wanted the cards. So we're going to do the cards. Gin is very popular in England, but which country did it actually originate from? Again, gin is very popular in England, but which country did it actually originate from? That goes over there, and let's get started on this. I think most of the other stuff, if I'm not mistaken, is like candies. It's mostly candies. I love those fancy ramens that come with the hot oil and sesame oil and seasoning pack. Yeah, me too, Bacon. But there's work to it, right? You have to remember, like, fill it up to the line, add the soup base, drain, stir, add the flavoring packet, add the oil, mix it around. Hey, John from Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed has just entered the room. Welcome, John. If you guys, by the way, have not checked out John's channel, it is really, really good. So he constantly, he does a lot of beers, he does wines, and he does coffee. He does a lot of coffee reviews and everything. So really, really good. If you have not checked it out, Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed is the name. And they should be in our featured channel. So if you go to our main YouTube page and you go to you scroll down to featured channels, you'll see John and Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed in there. So welcome, John. Glad you could make it. Oh yeah, see, like everything's there. Everything's all, and it does have those pieces of fruit in there. So I can see some. Let's see, I can do this without getting my big stupid fat head in the way. So you can see there's some green onion in there. There's I think that's carrots, maybe. No, that doesn't look like carrots. Maybe that's like the pollock, the surimi. But there's some other vegetables and stuff. Let's see. There we go. Some other vegetables and stuff. So again, this one's simple. Fill the water up to the line. Let me get that started. Fill the water up to the line. There's some corn in there, and let it stand for 3 minutes, and then enjoy. So, well, we'll see about the enjoy part. But it says black pepper, but I'm not seeing like flecks of black pepper. It's possible that it's actually mixed into the ramen, but we'll see. Julie Couture. Where is Julie Couture? I see that everybody's saying hi to her, but oh, there you are. Hey, Jules, how you doing? Everybody else is freezing to death. How about you, Jules? What's it like? What's it like where you are? I think when last time we talked, you said that most of the snow had gone. I don't know about the temperatures, or it started snowing again. What's it like where you are, Jules? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I didn't miss anybody. Everybody saying hi. Okay, cool. All right, I need something to put on top of that. What am I going to put? Oh, this will work. No, it's not real. And his legs just fell off. I have to fix that. We'll do that. There we go. Very nice coaster. That was like when I saw this, it was all black, and then I just kind of polished the brass that's around it and everything. Really nice coaster. Looks like it's handmade. But we're going to use that for weight on that. It is just above freezing in London. Now, you go Celsius in London. Is that right, Ludwig? It's 30 degrees here and 23 degrees with wind chill. That's not too bad, John, because I can't remember who it was that said earlier that it's minus What is that? -7 with a wind chill in St. Louis. That's pretty cold. It's 4 degrees Celsius. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to explain to people the Celsius and I don't know the in-betweens. I just know that 0 Celsius is the equivalent of 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is freezing temperature. And then 100 Celsius is the equivalent of 212 Fahrenheit, which is boiling temperature, the temperature of boiling water. So El Nino is being very naughty. You're a very naughty boy, El Nino. It's 4 degrees Celsius. That's cold. So, Jules, what's it like there? Oh, snow squall just hit. Oh, wow. So we know it's below 32. All right, we're going to fill this up. I'm going to try not to burn everybody to death here. I'm going to fill this up to the line. Here we go. Put the lid back on. Put the weight on top of it. And get the timer started. 3 minutes. I don't like to go too far over because then the noodles get mushy. And I don't like to go too far under because then it's kind of, no, we're not doing 40 minutes. 3. All right, that should be good. There we go. Wow, we just got a moment of sun up to 9, -13 Celsius. So it's 9 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. That is cold. All right, I asked the question. It's going to take a few minutes. It's going to take at least 3 minutes for that. Let's answer the question before we finish, just because I'm going to forget, and then I'll have to go and scroll later on. So the question was, gin is very popular in England, but which country did it actually originate from? Let's see what the answers are here. Go way back, I think. No, I'm not that far back. Let's see. Says India. Miguel says Mexico. Icehand says Holland. Ludwig says Ginland. Always a correct answer. Sort of like Quatland. Jenna says Holland. And that's it. Okay, it is in fact Holland. Janice has access to the internet, but she also has an ed, which we don't. So, although I imagine she knows some of this herself, but she does have an ed. Did Texas electricity grid go out again? I don't think they ever fixed it. I think they complained about it, but I don't think they ever fixed it. So yeah, that's got to suck if you're in Texas and you get those cold temperatures. Because everything, I think the thing is that everything ices over. I think they do have like some wind farms, and the turbines freeze, or the propellers, or whatever you want to call them. Especially if you're from Austin, this is cold. Yeah, like Bacon. I don't know if you were here when we were talking about it earlier, but when I lived in Austin for about 13 years, and every 3 to 5 years or so we would get an ice storm, and everything is shut down because nobody knows how to drive in that. You see wrecks all over the place and everything. So yeah, it can get cold. Ice storm is cold, no matter how you look at it. Holland, aka the Big Quarter. The Big Quarter. That's right. The awful ice day. Well, I'd mentioned earlier, Bacon, that when I was working for Dell in Round Rock, that I ended up there for 3 days, stuck at Dell, working for 3 days because of an ice storm. So they sometimes you get an ice storm, and then like the next day it's gone, everything's gone, and then some days it just sticks around for a while and it's bad. So the ice also accumulates on power lines, and the power lines come down from the weight of the ice. So not fun. We did that a lot. Slept at work, ate lots of pizza. Yeah, same here. All right, there we go. So again, this is just stir and eat, which is cool. Here's something I'm going to do. Hang on 1 second. I was trying to figure out a good use for this, and I think this is it. So I will mention that afterwards. Here we go. Building 7 had a gym with showers. Yeah, I was in building 5, so we didn't have access to the shower. So you can imagine after 3 days, you know. But they paid us for the whole time we were there, so it wasn't too bad. And they didn't bring in Round Rock donuts. Go figure. All right, so this is more like a soup, I think. And I don't know how much is on the bottom, and it looks like a wheat ramen. It's kind of that kind of beige color. Smells a little oceany. Oh, why am I putting the fork away? I'm going to use the fork. Yeah, the pay was excellent because they paid you for the whole time you were there. So that was good. But sleeping under my desk on the floor, not good. It was nice to be home after that. No peppery smells. No, not too much. like Lynn Beach oceany? No, not like Lynn Beach oceany. Not like low tide at Long Beach. Nothing like that. No, just kind of like fish meaty flavor, not like bad fish, or like dead fish smell, like a kind of meaty fishy smell. Go Dallas Cowboys! Did they win? I don't know. I don't follow sports, so I don't know how that works, John. I don't know. Like, are they doing really well? They usually do, don't they? I mean, aren't they one of like the top teams? It's salty. Oh, okay. The pepper is more of a sensation than a flavor. You definitely do get that black pepper burn from that. It's hard to get those vegetables and little surimi pieces and stuff there. There we go. We got some. It's salty, but not as salty as these things typically are. I know they're cheap. So, like, if you're on a limited budget and you just buy this case of these and that's all you're eating, it is really hazardous to your health. I mean, I don't mean that in a figurative way. I mean in an actual literal way. It is hazardous to your health to like if you would eat this every day, really bad for your health. But every once in a while, not bad at all. For something like this, where you don't have to open up any packets or anything, there's really no way to avoid. Oh, that pepper, the pepper builds. There's really no way to avoid the the sodium level or anything like that. But the ones that have the packets in it, you can just like maybe just go light on the packet, maybe use a quarter of the packet, a third of the packet, or something like that. You can do that, and that kind of eliminates a lot of that. If you want to, if there's some sort of like flavoring packet, like maybe there's chili oil or some sort of oil packet, you put the oil packet in, but then you don't necessarily put the soup base in per se, and you use chicken broth or something like that. Just look at the ingredients and see what it is, what flavor you're looking for, what kind of flavors are being added in the soup base and everything, and then you can kind of do it your own way. Lately, when I've been doing the hot nudes episodes, when I've been filming the hot nudes episodes, I've been asking, or I've been dressing them up. So when you look at the front of them, they usually have some serving suggestions. This one, the serving suggestion looks like the noodles themselves, but sometimes they'll show you some serving suggestions and they'll have stuff in there that's not typically in there. And it's always a nice idea to add that stuff in. Always taste it first, see what it tastes like, but then add your stuff in afterwards. But the sky's the limit with what things you can add in there: green onions, kimchi, pork, grilled shrimp, whatever you want to add in and everything. It's always nice to dress that up. Okay. Because we have other stuff to eat, I'm going to kind of move this aside. But I have to rate it. And I think it's actually really, really good. It's not like exceptional. It's not my favorite noodles I've ever had, but it's really nice for a cup of noodles, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Now, the thing I was talking about adding is I didn't know how spicy it was going to be. So one of the things that was in my Christmas stocking this year was this bottle of Melinda's green sauce. Now, if you've never had Melinda's hot sauce, here's the label here. So I did get this for Christmas in my stocking. I can't find it there. This Melinda's. I have had Melinda's hot sauces before. One of my favorite is the Moruga Scorpion hot sauce. Is really, really good. So this is the green sauce. So I'm going to add this to the noodles just to see what that tastes like. And thus use one of my Christmas presents. They're playing Green Bay right now, playoffs. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be playoffs because typically the Super Bowl is like what, February, right? So that's coming up. Let's see what this does to this. Is it like the Salton Sea? No, I don't think there's anything alive in the Salton Sea, Janice. I think everything's dead. I don't know if you guys. So one of the reckless eating We Go Maine shows that I did with Matt, we went to the Salton Sea. We went out to the like Palm Desert area and everything. We went on to the Salton Sea and everything. And I'm trying to remember how much video we actually did at the Salton Sea itself, but it's bad. Like the shore is all like encrusted with salt, and there's like occasional dead fish bones, but there's nothing. The water is like completely still. There's no movement in the water at all. And they say that when the wind blows that dust around, that it's actually hazardous for your health. So it's kind of like a wasteland. And it's hard to believe that in the 1950s, there was this hot happening place where everyone went to water ski and it was a big resort and everything. But yeah, that didn't last too long. That had some nice flavor. That's pretty good. It's not crazy hot. That's really nice hot sauce. So yeah, Melinda's green sauce. If you get a chance, there we go. All right, let's ask another question and get on to another snack. I've been swimming in the Dead Sea. It's incredibly painful. Wow. Well, I imagine if you have like cuts or anything, it would be, that salt would make it painful. And I imagine if you're swimming, you don't want to like put your head underwater or anything, right? I think you want to mostly do backstrokes and everything. And my understanding is because there's so much salinity in the Dead Sea that you don't even have to swim. You could just lay back and just float. That you can't sink even if you wanted to sink. What is the temperature there, Val? It is 61 degrees last time I checked, John. Yeah, but I imagine that, like I said, if you have cuts or something like that, that it's actually painful. I think there's some health benefits to bathing yourself in salt water and everything. I don't know what those are, and I don't know if there's health detriments that work against that. But hey, if you're there, you got to try it, right? 33 down in here. It's 33 in Texas. That sounds like a Stevie Ray Vaughan song. It's 33 in Texas. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. So that's about the right time of the year. Is it the ultimate flavor explosion trademark? I wouldn't go that far. All right, did I miss anything? Then beach oceany, because if so, don't eat it. No, I know better than that, Jules. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Please let me know if I'm not. If I missed something, if you put something up there and I missed it, please let me know. Please remind me, and I apologize. Which vegetable is grilled to make baba ganoush? Again, which vegetable is grilled to make baba ganoush? Soaking in salt water is self-brightening for cannibals. That's funny. What happened last week? Last week I had Saturday I was filming with Reckless Eating. We did a We Go Maine show in Los Angeles, so we went to a bunch of different places in and around Los Angeles. And then Sunday, I think it was, if I'm trying to remember correctly, I think there was a family event that I had to go to, and so that took up my afternoon. So that's what happened. All right, so now we're kind of doing like a world market grab bag because, like I said, I got everything from world market. Let's see. Let's go with. Do we have savory? I'm gonna stick with the savory before we get into the sweet. It looks like everything else is sweet. Oh, two things that I picked up, and I was going to use one of these for the show, for the live stream, and then I decided no, I'm going to do separate episodes of that. Is these, which looked really interesting. So it's blazing habanero dark chocolate and atomic ghost chili dark chocolate. Who are these from? These are from manufactured for World Market by Aston Chocolate Company. So expect to see an episode with this atomic ghost chili chocolate and blazing habanero chocolate. We'll be doing those in a separate episode. Also, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. No, it was the day before yesterday, Friday. I was filming with Reckless Eating. So over at Matt's house, we were doing he was filming a bunch of episodes. And one of the things he had there was from California Blazing Chili Farms, I think it's called. They had sent him peppermint bark, Carolina Reaper peppermint bark. And I won't tell you how it tastes or anything because we did it on the show and on Reckless Eating. And then he was going to say, he says, I don't want to throw this out. This is, they sent it to me and everything. I said, well, let me have it and I will do a proper review of it. But what I will tell you happened, and you'll be able to watch this when it's on Reckless Eating, because I'm sure Matt will not cut this out, is that so the chocolate gets kind of melty and it just kind of sticks to everything. And as typically happens, especially with ghost pepper, with Carolina Reaper, it goes to my throat, and it coats the back of my throat and it makes me cough. Well, I coughed while I had this Reaper peppermint bark in my throat. I coughed and it went up into my nose. And so I had this like ultra hot Carolina Reaper peppermint bark in my nose, and it was I can't tell you the amount of pain. So I just hope that the video makes it worthwhile. All right, so let's do these. These are close. So these are from Pry Bakes. And these are oat pockets. So I think what happened was the person who founded Pry Bakes, her name is Priyanka Savjani. Priyanka Savjani. And she had like IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and she had some other health issues. And so she tried to develop snacks and stuff that were like good for her with all the things that she had. So I think these are probably like going to be vegan and ingredients: gluten-free oats, rapeseed oil, dates, coconut palm sugar, natural raspberry flavoring, and no citric acid. So allergen information produced in a facility that handles eggs, milk, peanuts, sesame, soya, sulfites, and tree nuts. I can't see, is it like kosher or vegan or vegan and gluten-free, 55% less sugar. So we're going to give this a shot. And again, Pre-Bakes, her name is Priyanka, her first name, and so that's like Pre-Bakes because she's a baker. Pre-Bakes was founded in 2019 by Priyanka in London, U of K. Hi, Migs. Where's Migs? I see Julie saying hi, Migs, but I don't see a Migs. I'm missing that. Unless he's talking to Miguel. They're kind of crumbly. I don't know like how to describe this here. It's like the topping of a coffee cake, if you know what I'm talking about. Like powdery. There's like no substance to it all. It's like this powdery stuff that's like wrapped around a thickened piece of jelly. And I apologize if that sounds bad. It's not. I'm just describing the texture. The oat part of it just kind of falls apart. It's like a dust. It just kind of falls apart. When you get to that center, and there's not much liquid to the center. I don't know what you would call it. Oat pockets is probably the best term for it because it's not like a cookie. It's not like a cake. Got it, Jules. Aren't all oats gluten-free? I'm not sure, Ludwig. I think gluten is something that's formed during using grain for production. So, like, I don't think there's gluten in raw wheat, in like wheat that hasn't been made into anything. But once you turn it into dough and you knead it, something in that process of kneading the dough, like when you're making pasta, something in the process of making the pasta actually brings the gluten out or creates the gluten. It's my understanding. But I don't know that for certain. Oats might be gluten-free. I don't know, but maybe they're just saying it's gluten-free because they made it with oats. So there we go. My second favorite Disney character first is Dante. Which is the second one? Who's my favorite Disney character? Let's throw this out there to all you. Who is your favorite Disney character? Mine is probably, I think it's Hades. Is James Woods, the character James Wood played. I don't remember which. Maybe it was It was in Hercules, I think. James Wood played Hades, and he had this like blue flame. Just like the character itself, I thought was one of my favorite characters. But Maleficent is magnificent. Tigger, there we go. Janice, what is the wonderful thing about Tiggers? Ursula the Sea Witch. That was a good one too. If I'm not mistaken, and sometimes I am, but if I'm not mistaken, Ludwig, I think I read somewhere that divine was what they were going for Ursula, like for the design for Ursula. It was they were going for divine. If anybody doesn't know who divine was a transvestite actress. I'm not sure which they went with. Who's probably most famous for John Waters films, including Pink Flamingos. So that's who that was. But they were apparently the model or the basis for Ursula in The Little Mermaid. She's very much modeled on Divine. Yeah, that's what I had heard or read. Tigers are wonderful things. Their tops are made out of rubber. Their bottoms are made out of string. Exactly right, Janice. That is exactly right. But the most wonderful thing about Tigers is I'm the only one. So these pre-baked cakes, they're good. They're odd little things, but a lot of flavor, tasty, really unusual texture experience. But they're still going to get a thumbs up. There we go. Now, if you don't like powdery things, you will not like this. But like I said, it's almost like if you've ever had coffee cake, the topping they put on a coffee cake, it's almost like the topping of a coffee cake. So imagine like a little cookie made from the topping of a coffee cake. That's kind of what that's like. They're bouncy, bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, fun, 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 fun. Yeah. But the very most wonderful thing about Tigers is I'm the only one. All right. What vegetables grilled to make baba ganoush? Let's see. That seemed like so long ago. Probably because it was so long ago. Ludwig said aubergine. Janice said eggplant. Tom said kumquat. And you are all correct. Well, actually, Ludwig said kaba quanouche. You okay, Doodle? Are you okay? You okay? What did you do? What did you get yourself into? Yeah, eggplant. It is eggplant. Doodle, are you all right? Where are you? Come up here. Come up here. Come on. Doodle, I know you can come up here. There you go. Are you okay? Huh? Did you eat something that got on your face? Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. Doodle. Hi, Doodle. Hi. Thanks for coughing in my face. Thanks for coughing in my face, bro. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Did you come for another snack? Did you want a snack? Are you okay? Are you okay? What did you eat? What did you eat? Did you eat part of the carpet when you were eating your snack out there? Is that what happened? All righty. I can't share anything else with you, so I can give you another snack. Let's see what time we're at 2 o'clock. We're halfway through. Yeah, you can have one snack. Let's give you half. I don't want you filling up on snacks and then not eating your food. Like I do. but it's my job. I mean, I barely call this a job for what I get paid. You want that? Yeah, okay. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. All right. He had a snoozle. He had something. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Now, Julie, I think that's baby talk, and I don't really know how to talk baby talk, so I will just I'll let him read that at some point in time. That pupper snack looks quite tasty. Actually, they are. So Ludwig, these are from Trader Joe's, and they're smoked chicken tenders, and the only ingredient in it is chicken. So I think I don't know if they're made in an oven, they're like dried, they're dehydrated or something. It's just chicken. There's nothing. It's so if you go to eat it, like it's like chicken jerky. So it's a texture of jerky. The flavor of chicken is just like pure chicken flavor. What you might find a little bit different than if you're used to jerkies is there's no salt added, there's no pepper, obviously, no vinegar, no whatever. They're just smoked chicken, and so really really good flavor. I don't blame him for liking them. They're really really good. I would buy them for a snack myself, but I think like this bag is like $10, which is probably more than most jerkies are. But and again, no salt, no other flavors, just chicken and smoke. But from a basic standpoint, yeah, they're actually good. Yeah. I don't know. I'd say like quite tasty. Like, oh my god, I have to have them. I'm addicted to them. Everything, but they're really good. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we did a dog eat dog live stream where Doodle and I shared food. So I got a bunch of dog foods and dog snacks and dog treats that were okay for human consumption, and Doodle and I shared them. I think we were pretty close as far as what we liked and what we didn't like. See my post above, read James River. James River, where's James River? They look good. See my post above, read James River. I don't see a James River post. Oh, wait. We got like 6 bottles of James River. I wonder if we try making a pot roast with some while you're here. Hell yeah! Or something. Let me look and see if we what we can come up with for some interesting recipes for James. Oh, what? I don't know if we can get alligator. We'll figure it out. But yeah, for sure, for absolute sure. Now, Jules, when you do get the James River, you're not talking about like small bottles like that, because usually you have to buy like at least a gallon of it, don't you? For those who don't know, James River is I guess, for lack of a better term, a barbecue sauce, but it is one of the key ingredients for a North Shore roast beef. So North Shore roast beef, the North Shore of Boston, so that's everything north of the city of Boston. I don't know how far up that goes, like to North Shore, maybe to Gloucester. I don't think it goes to the New Hampshire line, which isn't far, by the way. But anything like towards the coast and inward, maybe about 5 miles or so, 5 to 10 miles or so, is considered the North Shore. You have the North Shore and the South Shore. And so there is a phenomenon called North Shore roast beef or North Shore beef sandwich, and it was started by Kelly's roast beef in Revere, Massachusetts, in the 1950s. I don't remember the exact year. And so since then, you have places all over the Boston area, North Shore Boston area, that have North Shore beefs, and it's kind of like a cutthroat society of people who enjoy these roast beefs. There's like a page on Facebook of people who eat these North Shore roast beefs, and they tear each other apart. So people will put out reviews and they get trashed, completely trashed, and it's like the slightest thing that's off, they'll just jump down your throat on it, like why do you go there? That's crap. That's and it gets really heated. So we did a episode where we did a North Shore roast beef crawl, and one of the places we went to was Kelly's, who actually invented the sandwich, and we got a lot of crap for that because people said that it's the worst roast beef sandwich, and they're not really wrong, not totally wrong, anyways. But they invented the sandwich, so we had to go to the place that invented the sandwich. So, but it's pretty cutthroat. But one of the main ingredients, well, I think I'm trying to remember, the roast beef And the roast beef has to be it has to be lean, and it has to be like pink. So it's not you can't overcook it. It's usually an onion roll, a slice of white American cheese, and the James River sauce. I think that's what goes into it, and that's the only thing that you really put on it. And once you start you put a slice of cheddar on that, it is no longer a North Shore roast beef. But to be fair, we're like that about everything sports teams, weather coffee. Yeah, Jules, you came in late, but I'm drinking some more of that breakfast blend, the New England coffee, which, by the way, I need another sip. Val yell moo. Are we all supposed to yell moo at the same time, though, John? Do you want us all to yell moo? Jared. Oh, Jared Tierno. Jared, you've been here for a while, though, haven't you? I guess you're just saying now hi to Julie, because I think you did come in earlier. All right. So for John, we're going to yell moo. All right. So we're doing on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Moo. There we go. How's that, John? I don't expect you to rate that one. That's okay. All right, let's do another snack. Let's read another card. How are we doing on time? Well, we got an hour to go. We got maybe 5 snacks left, so we're good. Let's see. What did we do so far? We did the ramen. We did the raspberry jam. We're only 2 in. So we're talking a little bit. It is what it is. You guys don't know what we have in the bag anyway, so that's all right. Amanda got it for me when she shattered her wrist, so I am calling it cursed coffee. Oh, my God, cursed coffee. All right. The question is, in Japan, a small porcelain cup called a sakazuki is used to serve what? And again, in Japan, a small porcelain cup called a sakazuki is used to serve what? I didn't read the did you knows on those other cards. Hang on a second. So, like, which vegetables used to make baba ganoush? And the did you know? Baba ganoush originates from the Middle East. Yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody knows the rules. All right, so let's go ahead and grab something else. I think from this point forward, everything's candy. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. No. All right, that's not true. So let's do this one. So this is from Sucker Punch Gourmet, and this is 3 pepper pickle chips. Now, the ingredients are fresh cucumber, water, pure cane sugar, white distilled vinegar, natural flavor, salt, calcium chloride. This is 3 pepper pickle chips. What is missing from that list I just read? Fresh cucumbers, water, pure cane sugar, white distilled vinegar, natural flavor, salt, calcium chloride, which is salt. Something's missing. Wait, why do they say salt and then calcium chloride? Well, maybe salt. No, sodium chloride is salt. So calcium chloride is maybe not necessarily salt. Nowhere on this package do they mention what those 3 peppers are. It says fiery hot 3 pepper pickle chips, but they don't tell you what the 3 peppers are. I mean, it could be like, bell, jalapeno, and banana. Who knows? They're saying it's hot. No citric acid, Janice. Can you believe that? It's a travesty. Why sugar? Well, bread and butter pickles. I guess bread and butter pickles have sugar in them, but I hate bread and butter pickles. I mean, I can't say I hate them. I know, exactly. And so I don't know if you guys saw the episode that we did at Reckless Eating headquarters, where we did, Vlasic had this new hot pickle chips out. And they had sugar in them, and they were sweet and hot, and so they were sort of like bread and butter chips. And I was like, oh my God, these are sweet. They're like bread and butter chips. They're the worst kind. And then Matt, of course, says, no, those are the only kind you can eat, because Matt doesn't like pickles, but he does like bread and butter pickles because of the sweetness, I guess. 3 habanero, yeah. 3 bell peppers, it could be. It just says 3 pepper. Maybe there's 3 bell peppers in here. Who knows? Calcium chloride is used in cheese making to increase rennet activation. Yeah, but what are they used for in pickle manufacturing? So, blessed are the cheese makers. Blessed are the maker of any dairy product. Got a weird flavor. That's weird. Almost tastes like there's mint in there, but there's not. I think I was right when I said bell pepper. There's a little bit of a heat, slight bit of heat. Tastes like they put a couple of a couple of drops of Tabasco in there when they were making it. They're crunchy, which is good. There's no dill. I mean, they don't taste like dill pickles. They're not as sweet as bread and butter pickles. They're kind of odd. They're okay. Bell peppermint, peppermint, and Dr. Pepper. Yeah, there you go. And Sergeant Pepper, I think. That's what it is. Bell pepper, Sergeant Pepper, and Dr. Pepper. Probably jalapenos. If so, there's very, very little of it in there. There's hardly any heat at all. There's some heat at the end of it, but the sweetness is stronger than the heat. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing for something that says like fiery in big red letters on the top there and everything. That's going to get a thumbs in the middle for me. It's not. They're not terrible. They have a nice crispiness to them, but you know, don't put a warning on here because there's, a baby could eat these with no problem. I mean, you don't feed these to babies, but a baby could eat these. No, jalapenos. Jalapenos. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, in Japan, a small porcelain cup is called a sakazuki, is used to serve what? And the guesses were Ludwig says sake, Janice Yamanaka says sake, Julie says sake, Miguel Rangel said sake, John King said sake. I keep saying sake over and over again, sake. That's just what I keep saying, sake. It is sake. And the did you know, sake is a rice wine and also used for cooking. I could be mistaken here, but I'm thinking that sake also sometimes has plum or is made with plum. It's like kind of a plum wine. Am I mistaken? I don't know. I could look it up, but in the middle of a live stream. So, all right, let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more, and then we'll switch to our soft drink. What do you think, kids? All right. I did not mention that. Sucker Punch Gourmet was founded in 2011 by David Van Alphen in Bridgeview, Illinois. There we go. And Nishin, I also didn't mention that Nishin Foods was founded in 1948 by Mofuku Ando in Izumiotsu, Osaka, Japan. All right. Which paste are chickpeas blended with to create hummus? Again, which paste are chickpeas blended with to create hummus? Put that over there. The frog mag looks cool. Oh, Prague, not frog. Prague looks cool back there. Hope there was interesting stuff about ELP. Yeah, and there's even like postcards in there, which is kind of cool. That was a Christmas gift from Julie. Prague magazine featuring Keith Emerson. One of my favorite bands, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And tragically, I think it was 2018, if I'm not mistaken, 2018. Emerson had an issue. It's like I guess a degenerative nerve disease, and he was finding himself unable to play. So it's something that had been started for different years, and he tried to adjust his style of playing and everything, but eventually it caught up with him, and he was told he couldn't play anymore. And after being told he couldn't play anymore, he decided he didn't want to live anymore. So at age 70, I believe it was, he ended it. So very, very sad story. And they had a huge career through the 70s, and then maybe I think it was about 1979 they came out with Love Beach, which was they were trying to go commercial because most of the prog bands, prog is short for progressive rock, but for a nickname they just call it prog. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer was one of the biggest prog bands in the 1970s. Maybe not as big as Yes, but one of the biggest prog bands. Because I don't think they ever had a number one. Yes didn't have a number one until 1983 with Owner of Lonely Heart. That was their first number one song. But in the 70s, Emerson, Lake and Palmer was a big prog band, and then in I think it was 1979 or so, I think they decided that prog wasn't making them any money. And so they started to do a more commercial direction. So they came out with Love Beach, and they call it the Bee Gees cover. If you've ever seen the cover of Love Beach album cover, you'll know why. And it was kind of ridiculed by most of the prog community, and it was very commercial sounding, and that was it for them. So they never really caught on as a commercial band. There's a pop band. So there you go. According to Wikipedia, the extremely salty taste of calcium chloride is used to flavor pickles without increasing the food's sodium content. Well, good for us. That's good. Ghost pepper avocado ice cream. That sounds really good, John. That sounds really good. I have had avocado ice cream at the Avocado Festival in Carpinteria, California, but not with ghost pepper. That would be really good. I need to get an ice cream machine. That's it. I need to get an ice cream machine so I can do. John, do me a favor. Add that to the. Again, we have our suggestion box, which is on the community page. That's a posting on the community page called suggestion box. That sounds really, really good. I'm going to try to find some way to make that happen. That sounds really, really good. So, John, please put that on our community page in the suggestion box, and I'm going to find some way to make that happen because it sounds really, really good. Yes, Pink Floyd is considered prog. They never really went really commercial. There was some. I think some of their ballads could be considered like pop, but most of their stuff was odd time signature and stuff. I think through most of their career, they were considered progressive rock. Even the new stuff without Roger Waters was still considered prog. Floyd was my psychedelic Julie. Oh, okay. Good stuff. Ice. Good ghost pepper avocado ice cream sounds godly. It does. I mean, doesn't sound Ludwig? Doesn't that sound amazing? It sounds really, really good. Nothing like blasting shine up. Yeah, probably my favorite. Floyd song, Jules, is "Shine On You Crazy Diamond." Just the guitar work. The guitar work on it is legendary, and I think that was probably their best album. I even like. Is it "Wish You Were Here"? The name of the album, even better than "Dark Side of the Moon." So there we went. We went off on a musical tangent, but it is what it is. So maybe that's another one that I should add to our band topics, because we just go off on a tangent and everything. But I love music. But that's another thing where everyone has a different opinion on it. Some people hate progressive rock. You start talking about rap. Some people love rap. Some people hate rap. For me, I don't consider rap music. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, Val, yeah, I don't think it's music either. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying rap is beat poetry. That's what rap is. Rap is beat poetry. It's just set to music. So the music is secondary. The music just sets the beat and everything, but it's beat poetry essentially. And I can appreciate it more when I do it that way. Oh, the card. So which paste are chickpeas blended with to create hummus? Let's see. Julie said tahini. Ludwig said tahini. Janice Yamanaka said tahini. I keep saying tahini. It is tahini. And did you know the name hummus is derived from the Arabic word for chickpeas? What is the other word for chickpeas? Garbanzos. Garbanzo. I don't think, might be Italian. Garbanzo beans. Chickpeas. All right. So that was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No pickles. That. Why am I thinking that was 4? We did 4, right? Did we not? Did we not do 4? Or did I read the question and then not actually do a snack? I think that's what it was. Do you know the song Seamus the Dog? I do not know the song Seamus the Dog. I'm going to have to look it up, though. Is Seamus the Dog a Pink Floyd song? All right. Let me ask another question, and then I'll actually really try a snack. Garbanzo beans are chickpeas. Mind blown. Yeah, it's the same thing. Garbanzo beans are chickpeas. Which dessert sauce is traditionally served with flan? Again, which dessert sauce is traditionally served with flan? All right, let's do this because this is crazy. I have no idea what the deal is with this. You can see that up close. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So this is from Jimmy Z's. I don't see anything on the front that says it's from Jimmy Z's, but there is something on the back that says it's from Jimmy Z's. This is from Jimmy Z's. It's the product line. Let's see, where's that? Oh, here. It says Sweet Eh. But actually, I think because they're Canadian, it's Sweet Eh. These are Sweet Eh. So there's writing on here in French, Canadian, and English. But from what I can tell, this is definitely a product of Canada. This is from Jimmy Z's, which is located in Coquitlam, BC, British Columbia. And these are damn tasty, ugly sweater Beavers milk chocolate with orange truffle filling. Now, I saw these and I thought, there's just so much going on here. There's just so much going on here. Like, I just have to try this because, like, I don't know what that. It's just like, it's just so bizarre. There's just so much going on here. It's Jimmy Z's Sweet A, damn tasty, ugly sweater, Beaver's milk chocolate with orange. Beaver's is like the type of candy it is, like the Reese's cup. It's Beaver's milk chocolate with orange truffle filling. So the bottom line is the milk chocolate with orange truffle filling sounds good. But everything around it is really bizarre. It doesn't have real bits of sweater, then it's no good. Or also real bits of beaver. I've done these questions before. Have I gone through this whole deck? Or am I just reading in the wrong direction? Let me see. Let me take a random one from the middle here. It could be. I don't know that I've read them all so far. Julie just gave these to me for Christmas. Pisco Sour is a national cocktail from which continent? Did I read that one? It's possible that I'm just going, oh, here, hang on a second. Hang on 1 second. So let's go that way. I think I asked that one. Now I'm confused. I asked the one about Pilsner beer. I remember that one. I don't remember this one. I don't remember that one. No, okay. I think what we're going to do is, I think we're just going in the wrong direction. So I'm going to switch directions on that. Since we asked this one before, I'm going to put it back, and then we're going to ask a new one. All right, so let's start here. And then again, tell me if you think that I've already asked these. Which cocktail features 1 part champagne and 1 part chilled citrus juice? Again, what cocktail features 1 part champagne and 1 part chilled citrus juice? Beavers eat wood, and that's why they have orange teeth. Yeah, well, beavers are rodent. They're one of the largest rodents. No, they are not the largest rodent. But I've eaten the world's largest rodent. I've also eaten beaver. And no, it's not what you think. It's an actual beaver. Rodents have to constantly gnaw because their teeth constantly grow. They continuously grow. Their teeth are usually reddish because they actually have blood vessels in their teeth, but they have to constantly gnaw because if they don't, their teeth will grow so large that they can't eat. So they have to constantly gnaw at things, and that's typical of rodents. See what this thing looks like. Oh, it looks like a beaver. Hang on. Let's see if we can get a close up of that. See a little beaver taking a nap. There he is. He's got a little tattle duck there in his cute little face. Hello. Gosh, beef, you're all melting and junk. Yes, it is, Ludwig. You are absolutely correct. The largest rodent is the capybara, and it is tasty as hell. In Colombia, it is called chiguiro, and we actually have an episode. We actually filmed an episode of us eating chiguiro or capybara in Colombia. So I'm trying to remember what rodents I have not eaten yet. I've had muskrat. I've had nutria. Had beaver. I haven't had porcupine. Porcupine is actually a rodent. I've not had porcupine yet. He doesn't need a sweater. He has a fur coat. Yeah, well, he's not wearing a sweater. I mean, it's a beaver. It doesn't look like the cartoon beaver there. It looks like a real beaver. Oh, okay. It's like a chocolate filling. That's true, Miguel. I have not eaten a house rat or a Norway rat or a black rat. I don't think I've had rat. I have had a mouse. I had a mouse, baby mouse. I had a baby mouse, pinky mouse. It was in mouse wine. There was footage of this. So back when I was doing Kamikaze Kitchen, we were working with Noel Carter, who was the chef at the LA Times Test Kitchen. And so we went in to do an episode with her. I don't remember what we brought her. We brought her something. I don't remember what it was. But while we were there, Jeff Fu brought along a bottle of mouse wine. And so they call it wine. It's not really wine. It's not made from grapes or anything. It is a Chinese medicinal. It has alcohol in it, alcohol and different herbs, but they stick baby mice in it. There's baby mice in the bottle. So while we were filming the episode, he said, "Hey, who wants some mouse wine?" And we're all adventurous eaters. We all decided we were going to do it. So Eddie went first, and the thing was, we put the mouse wine in the shot glass, and we put a little baby mouse in the shot glass. So Eddie, sipped his. Noelle sipped hers, and then it came to me, and they're like, "Okay." So I'm just like, and I belted it back with the mouse in it. So then I obviously drank the mouse wine and then chewed up the baby mouse. And they said, "Oh my God, what does it taste like?" And I said, "Bad bologna. It tastes like bad bologna." It wasn't great, but I figured, I never had that before. I'm going to try that. It's in something that you're supposed to ingest. So what's the worst that could happen? So I ate the baby mouse. Would I try it again? Probably not. Well, that's not true. I would try it again only because Jeff was supposedly filming this, and there was some footage somewhere, but it just disappeared and never showed up, and never was able to see the footage. So I might do it again if I can get some mouse wine. Might do it again just so I can film it. But this is good. But not really orange truffle, strong orange truffle flavor. The chocolate is really good. It is definitely a milk chocolate, but it's not like a pukey um, Hershey chocolate. The melted chocolate, the chocolate truffle, I guess, filling was really, really nice. Good flavor. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I don't have a long sleeve shirt, so I can't, do that. But yeah, thumbs up. Pretty good. Oh, thank you, Janice. So Janice posted, if you guys are interested in seeing the capybara episode, Janice just posted it there. And then if I don't tell the story in that episode, let me know, and I will tell you the story of eating the capybara, because it's a lot of fun. Play the Trippy Foods technical difficulty. Am I having technical difficulties, Ice Hand? Bucks Fizz. Oh, no, we're guessing the question, which cocktail features one part champagne and one part chilled citrus juice? And so the guesses were, Ludwig said Bucks Fizz, Julie said mimosa, Ice Hand said mimosa, Janice Yamanaka said mimosa, Julie said Wingardium Leviosa. I don't know what the hell that is. Yes, it is in fact mimosa. Did you know that the name I did not know this. The name of the cocktail comes from the flowers of the mimosa plant, which are yellow. I did not know that. All right, that goes back in the deck. Now it's time for our soft drink. Let's stick that guy up there. Looks really interesting. I'm really intrigued with this one. Oh, time to read a card. What shape is a bavette pasta? What shape is a bavette pasta? All right. So this is this is de la calle. It means of the street. De la calle. That's kind of weird. But the brand is De La Calle. It is mango chili tepache. De La Calle was founded in 2020 by Alex Matthews and Rafael Martin Del Campo in Los Angeles, California, and is based on their experience having this drink, tepache, in, I think it was Mexico City. So tepache is a fermented drink. It's over 1,000 years old. I mean, not this can, obviously, is not over 1,000 years old, but the drink itself dates back to over 1,000 years. It was originally made with corn and then later made with pineapple, but it is a fermented drink. And it's carbonated, I believe. So this is mango chili picante, which sounds really, really good. Fermented beverage of Mexico. Only 45 calories, and it has probiotics as opposed to antibiotics. I guess that's all there is to know here. So let's just go ahead and get it started in here. Kind of a citrusy color. I guess it's from the mango. A lot of bubbles. Cheers. That's an odd flavor. You get the mango. The bubbles are almost like if you've ever had like an Alka-Seltzer and you drink the Alka-Seltzer, that feeling on the tongue of the sodium bicarbonate bubbling up on your tongue, it almost has that kind of sensation of the bubbles. Not so much like soft drink bubbles. Maybe because it's natural and there's no carbonation in it. But they put black writing on a red can. I can't even read that. It's not really sugary, so it doesn't taste like they've added a lot of sugar to it. It's not really sugary at all. It tastes sweet from fruit. There's a nice mango taste. What seems to be lacking though is the chili. It's mango chili picante. It's not picante. It's very mild. You don't like if you have an adversity towards spicy stuff, you can drink this no problem. There's hardly any spice to it at all. It's a really interesting flavor though. You get those initial bubbles that kind of go crazy in your mouth, and then as you drink it, the bubbles kind of dissipate. It's almost as if like once you put it in the glass, those bubbles just escape, and if you don't catch it in time, they're gone. I'm gonna give that a thumbs in the middle. And the reason I'm giving a thumbs in the middle, good flavor. I like the effervescence in there, even though the effervescence fades after a while. I still like that. It's just that it says mango, chili, and picante, and it is not. You can barely taste the chili, and it's not picante. Now, I will give this maybe that's kind of settled at the bottom. Let me see if I can mix it up a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna drink this out of the can only so I don't put it in the glass. Well, no, wait, hang on a second. That's fine. Scott is in the room. Hey, didn't know you were streaming. Hope you're all doing well. We got 6 inches of snow in Oregon, and yeah, it's like 15 degrees. Yeah, my second born is in Portland, and I was talking to them yesterday, and they were telling me that they got snow. They lost power, and they have electric heat, and so they lost power for a little bit, but it came back on, and they're doing okay. But they were telling me about the snow and the temperature, and it is cold there. But yeah, Scott, it just seems to be that way across the country right now. So everybody, like even who was it in Texas that said that it's like 20 something degrees in Texas. It's cold all over. And here in sunny California, it's 61 degrees. All right, so I shook that up a little bit. Let's see if it makes a difference. Not really. I was going to say that I don't know that spiciness really translates well in a soda, but again, that Mountain Dew, that Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew did. This one really doesn't so much. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the thumbs in the middle on that one. Mango's great. The mango's great. The flavor's great. It actually needs to be picante. But now comes the part on Trippy Food where we mix our beverages together. So here we go. Cheers to you. And no, it was not a French accent. It was just an accent. I don't know what that's supposed to be. My Newfoundland dog is in heaven. He wanted to sleep outside. And this, oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. So he insisted on sleeping outside in the snow. I wonder if he knew he was going to go. Maybe that was the thing. He knew he was going to go, and he just decided he wanted to go outside. So, wow. No, sorry to hear that, Scott. Newfoundlands, they're pretty furry dogs, though, right? But still sad, very sad. So I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. Those go really well together. Those are really, really good together. For some reason, mixed together, the mango comes out stronger. Because this doesn't have mango, it's cactus, pear, and grapefruit. The grapefruit is muted in there. This has lime juice in it. This one, I mean, the picante still. Capsaicin isn't water soluble. Yeah, but it's just not there. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, oh, okay. He's in. I misunderstood you, Scott. I thought you meant we lost your Newfoundland dog. You meant he is ecstatic. He is in joy because he slept out in the snow. That's a relief. All right, there we go. Super happy. Much better super happy than dead. So I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Sorry about that. All right, so now let's see. Ooh, you see that? The hot sauce kind of breaks up in there. Well, Jules, when I come up there next month, you can find a nice place for me. That's it. That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's it. So, my guess or my thing is, if you're going to try this, I'm sorry, not this one. You're going to try this, and you want to kick up, just put like put a few drops of your favorite hot sauce in there. Don't do an extract, but just do a few drops of your favorite extract. Don't use something that like has a lot of hot sauce flavor in it, like different flavors and stuff in that. I wouldn't do that, like stuff with carrot and other things in it. Just do your most basic hot sauce. Just add a few drops in there. Perfect. There we go. All righty. The question was, bye, Tom. Where's Tom? Oh, have a store run to make. Have a great week. I'll chat with you this evening. Okay, Tom. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining us. What shape is bavette pasta? Seems like so long ago because it was so long ago. I thought bavette was a type of steak. It might be, Ludwig. Janice Yamanaka says it's a flat pasta with a slightly convex cross section. Wow, because that's a lot. Ice Hand says shaped like a fish hook. Let's see. think those are the only guesses. According to the card, it's string shaped. Like maybe that's like spaghetti. Is spaghetti a bavette pasta? I don't know. It says string. So there we go. Did you know there are approximately 350 varieties of pasta in the world? Did you know that they're probably making new ones all the time? I'm sure alphabets and ring pasta like are newer things. So there we go. All right, that goes back in the deck. Time for another snack. So let's read another question. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. We have, what do we have left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we better get a move on it because we have 3 snacks left. All right. Which dish consists of French fries and cheese curds topped with a brown gravy? Which dish consists of French fries and cheese curds topped with a brown gravy? You should all know this. What is your favorite? Mine is orzo. Mine is, well, I'm going to say lasagna is my favorite, but it's my favorite as a dish, not necessarily lasagna noodles. So lasagna noodles are, you know, they're noodles. Um, that's weird. I would say like for flavor, I'm going to say either pho noodles or egg noodles for the flavor. Vermicelli has a lot of flavor too. I like vermicelli. So from a flavor. Oh, and glass noodles. I eat glass noodles all the time. They're made with sweet potato and they're translucent, almost transparent. I like those too. Um, Flavor wise, texture wise, I like the glass noodles too because they have a completely different texture. Um, but as far as like fun shapes and stuff, it depends on what I'm making, right? So like if I'm having American chop suey, elbows is like the only thing that's really appropriate for American chop suey or mac and cheese. I know a lot of people use shells for mac and cheese and everything, but for me, it's like it's got to be kind of elbows. And then different kinds of noodles for different dishes and stuff like that. And like I said, lasagna noodles in a lasagna are really good. But I wouldn't say lasagna noodles are my favorite noodle. I would just say lasagna is my favorite dish made with noodles. So if that makes any sense, I think I've confused everything. Is there any pasta you're supposed to break in half? There's not a noodle you're supposed to break in half, but a lot of people do. So like some people, when they're making spaghetti, they take a clump of it, break it in half, put that in the pot. Maybe so that it makes it easier to get up on your fork and not have to, do the whole thing. So some people do that. I don't think you're supposed to, but I don't think it makes a difference. There we go. Did you know that Julia Child worked for the OSS during World War II and cooked up a shark repellent that the Navy adopted for sailors? I knew the first part because I think she also, well, maybe it was before they called it the CIA, but I knew that she did spy work during World War II. But I didn't know about the shark repellent part, so that part's interesting. Yeah, you had to mention pho, did you? We'll do pho when I come up because pho. I mean, you can imagine a nice bowl of pho in cold weather. Psh, awesome. I'm gonna stir these noodles up a little bit because I'm still gonna eat these. They've absorbed all the liquid though. That's funny. All right, I read the question. Let's do the snack. I'm gonna do these because these fascinate the living bejesus out of me. These are from Darrell Lee, and Darrell Lee was founded in 1917 by Harry Lee. And I know what you're thinking. His name is Harold Lee. Harry Lee. Why is it called Darrell Lee? Well, because Darrell Lee was his grandson who took over the company. I think in the 1950s or so. But it's called Darrell Lee. But it was founded by Harry Lee in 1917 in Manly, Australia. I don't mean the part of Australia that's Manly. I mean the city of Manly in Australia. So it's like manly, yes, but I like it too. All right, so these are, for some strange reason, licorice milk chocolate bites. So it's milk chocolate with licorice inside it. It's the most strangest thing I've ever heard in my life. I love licorice. Milk chocolate I'm okay with. I've never had milk chocolate covered licorice. Julie will attest to my love of licorice because I think she shares that. Yeah, I know that we have told the story before when we were in the Museum of Science in Boston, and they had this exhibit on smells, and we smelled the licorice, probably anise or something, but we smelled it, and we're like, we have to get black licorice now. And we went out afterwards to look for black licorice. So this is going to be really weird. Generally, as far as licorice go, they do make just regular licorice, and their licorice is actually very good. So Australian licorice is typically softer than the British variety or the other varieties of licorice. Oh wow, I just got a whiff of that, and it's like strong licorice smell. The Australian licorice is usually softer licorice, and a lot of times, a lot of people will eat something that has anise flavoring in it and say, "Oh, that tastes like licorice." It's because anise is very similar. The flavor of anise is very similar to the flavor of licorice, but it's cheaper. And so a lot of times when they'll cheap out and they'll say it's a licorice candy, and they actually just put anise in it for flavoring and everything. So licorice is a real thing. Licorice is something completely different. And no, there's no such thing as red licorice. Let's see. Let me make sure there's licorice in the ingredients. Ingredients: black licorice, 60%. There we go. Yes, we do love our licorice. They look like brown good and plenties. Have you had Bassett's licorice all sorts from the UK? I want to say we did that on one of our live streams. I think just recently too, maybe like a few weeks ago, we did Bassett's licorice all sorts. Yeah, I love those. Love them. Huh. I was a little bit nervous about this. I didn't think this was going to work, but it does. Now, when you get to the center, even though Australian licorice is typically softer, chewing, this is the center of this tastes like it's like the center of a Good and Plenty. Good, if you've ever had Good and Plenty, it has licorice. It's actually real licorice on the inside, and it's really chewy to kind of get stuck in your teeth, which typically Australian licorice does not. It's much softer. So this is more like, this tastes like a chocolate Good and Plenty. I was thinking there was going to be a clash between the chocolate and the licorice. It actually works. Jules, you want me to bring the rest of this bag up with me? That's really good. That's a thumbs up. I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, I will do that, Jules. I'll bring that up with me. Snapping spaghetti makes Italians apoplectic. How do you say that? Apoplectic with fury. So do SpaghettiOs. I missed this question. So Scott asked, didn't Matt hate glass noodles? With a passion, with an unbridled passion. We were recreating a meme food, and I used glass noodles. And he was just like, he hated them, absolutely hated them. I love glass noodles. So like one of the things that you'll find made with glass noodles is, I'm going to say japchae. Japchae, which is a Korean dish, is usually made with glass noodles. And it's just amazing. Especially if it's made right, it's just really amazing. So I love glass noodles. They're relatively inexpensive. They're good for you. There's no gluten in it. Not that I'm, celiac or anything like that. I have to worry about that. It's low in calories and high in protein, and they're really, really good. So I usually keep like 3 or 4 packages of glass noodles stocked in the cabinet. And every once in a while, I want a quick lunch. I just make up some glass noodles and then throw some sort of protein in there and put some add a little bit of chili oil, stuff like that. That's pretty good. So yeah, thumbs up on that one. It's going to be the mac and cheese all over again. Probably not. That was a funny episode with Matt. He was admittedly against them. Yeah, he hated them. Absolutely hated them. I don't know why. They're actually really, really good. Jules, when I came up and we went to H Mart, we found glass noodles there, didn't we? Didn't we find glass noodles at H Mart when it came up? The question was which dish consists of French fries and cheese curds topped with brown gravy? Let's see. Scott says poutine. Janice Yamanaka says poutine. Ludwig says poutine, my beloved. Miguel Rangel says poutine. Everybody says poutine because it's poutine. I love a good poutine. I mean, to me, that's like as far as my favorite drunk food goes, it's got to be poutine. My favorite, there's a place in Montreal that is called La Banquise. La Banquise. And they're open 24 hours. It's a poutineery that's open 24 hours, and they have like 30 different kinds of poutine. Poutine has to have those three basic things in it, which is French fries, cheese curds, and brown sauce, or brown gravy if you want. It has to have those three things in it. You can add whatever you want on top of that or in addition to that, but it has to have at least that. Now, you can take French fries and you can put like a cheddar cheese sauce on top of it and some meat. It is not poutine. It is maybe dirty fries or something like that, but it is not poutine. Poutine is very, very specifically cheddar, cheese, curds, brown sauce, and French fries. Very, very specific. But there's nothing like a good poutine. It's just like it's dirty, greasy, drunk food, and it's just like amazing. So yeah, I love it too. Eating glass is not good for you. Yeah, that's why they banned Captain Crunch. Not my favorite. Soba noodles are good. Soba noodles are good. I like a lot of noodles, a lot of different noodles. But like pho, vermicelli and pho, yeah, really good. My favorite hangover food is chicken fried steak. So the problem with that being a hangover food is that you have to wait till they make it. Usually with a hangover, it's like, where's my chicken fried steak? My what is considered to be hangover food, my favorite is probably menudo. Love a good bowl of menudo. Not with a hangover necessarily. I can't remember the last time I had a hangover. But just on a Sunday morning, a bowl of menudo. Never had poutine. Oh yes, yes. Place in Oregon, and I can get poutine. You should start if you are in the Portland area. If you go to Cartopia, Cartopia is a food cart pod that is on 12th and Hawthorne, I think. And in there's a place called Potato Champion, and Potato Champion makes poutine there. There used to be a really, really good poutine at Foster Burger on Foster Boulevard, Foster Ave, whatever it was. But they've closed and they're not there. But they used to make amazing poutine there. The farther north you go in the United States, the easier it is to find good poutine. And so there's probably a couple of other places in and around the Portland area that have good poutine. But I would say go to Potato Champion and get it. You can get a small order from one of the food carts, from the Potato Champion food cart and everything. But it's at Cartopia, which is on 12th and Hawthorne, I believe. So check it out. There you go. Cheese curds that don't squeak are unholy abominations. They are indeed. Let's see. Did I cover everything? I think I covered everything. All right. Did you know poutine originated in Quebec in the 1950s and many restaurants claim to have invented it? Yes, we did know that. Thank you. All righty. Upward and onward to our next snack. So here's another card, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I'm sure. Ajdovi krapi. Ajdovi krapi are Slovenian variant of which dumplings? Ajdovi kapri, Krapi, are a Slovenian variant of which dumplings? There we go. Just on the website. I'm going to make a note. Thanks, Val. Happy to help. It was invented by John Poutine. No, Poutine was his first name. Let's see. I got two left. What do I want to do? Let's do these first and then end with something sweet. All right. So these are Royal Family artificial banana mochi cookies with cocoa chips. A lot to take in there. Royal Family artificial banana mochi cookies with cocoa chips. Now, you all remember, why are most things most banana flavored artificially flavored? Why is that? You guys remember that? So this is from Royal Family Food. Royal Family Food was founded in 1986 by Huang Ziming in Nantou City, Taiwan. Now, I wish more snacks would do this, individually wrapped. You don't waste anything. Once you open it up, you figure, like, how am I going to keep, you don't waste anything. Nothing goes to waste because everything is individually wrapped. So here we go. Yeah. That looks like a cookie. I mean, it just looks like a cookie. I don't see the mochi part here, but we'll see. It doesn't have the taste or the texture of mochi. Yeah, a little bit, but very little. Well, this is calling them pie cookies. I didn't see them on the outside. They call them pie cookies? No. So the outside says mochi cookies, right? The inside says pie cookies. Pie cookies with mochi. So you get little pockets of mochi. So you do taste it. It is there, but it's not like I was expecting like a mochi, whatever you call that mochi biscuit, mochi thing, a mochi covered with chocolate, and it's not really like that. So the chocolate, the cocoa is like a fudge. There are some chips in there. Really interesting flavor and texture, really powdery, very light. Now, one thing about this, again, you all know about Proposition 65. This is a product of Taiwan. If you're going to sell anything in the state of California, you have to adhere to Proposition 65. And Proposition 65 states that if your product, anywhere in the product, has even the slightest, tiniest amount of a particular substances in the list, you have to put a sticker or a warning label on the packaging if you want to sell it in the state of California. So here's their sticker. Warning, consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including lead, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. For more information, go to www.p65warnings.ca.gov.food. Lead. So I'm guessing that there's not any lead in the mochi cookie at all. I'm guessing the lead is in the ink that they use to print the package, because that's the thing. They go by the whole thing. If there's any of those substances anywhere in the package, anywhere at all, in the label, in the Proposition 65 label has lead in it, or any one of the substances they have to put in there. So I don't think, if I read the ingredients, I don't think I'm going to find lead. Contains egg. Oh, that's allergies. Contains egg, wheat, milk, soybeans. Ingredients: wheat flour, margarine, soy lecithin, egg, whole milk powder, banana powder. Now that's bizarre. It says artificially flavored banana powder, but it has banana powder in it. That makes no sense whatsoever. Cocoa chips, cocoa powder, soy lecithin, baking powder, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch, salt, artificial flavor, sorbitol, sweetener, potassium I think sorbitol is the one they'll give you the runs if you eat too much of it. Yeah, I mean, there's no lead in the ingredients. There's also no citric acid. These are okay. They're interesting. I just got my hopes up there was going to be this like wham of mochi, and it's really not there. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward. I wish it was more mochi-like. Because extracting juice from real bananas is expensive and time-consuming. You are absolutely correct, Ludwig. That is why. Because artificial banana flavor is cheap. Well, it's cheaper than real banana flavor, as Ludwig says. So you're all correct. My new phone about to die. My love to you. Oh, so, okay, Jules. Give me a call later on. I'll be home all day, all night. Give me a call. If you invented a food like poutine, would you name it after yourself? Do you think anyone would eat something called Val? Or would it be my last name? Hey, I'm gonna big order Herrera. Invented by John Poutine. That's funny. Again, the question was Ajdovi, Krapi are Slovenian variant of which dumplings, and everybody said pierogies, and it is in fact pierogies. All right. Nothing like a good pierogi. I've not had a good pierogi in a while. All right, we're on to our snacks. And how are we doing on time? Oh, we're at 3 o'clock already, and I haven't even done our next snack. So I'm going to ask you guys. We'll do our last snack, but we're going to go over a little bit. You guys want to stick around, like for me to do goup melange? I can do it, or we can bypass goup melange for today. I'll leave it up to you guys because we're going to run a little bit late on the. You have to be very specific about what that yes is. Like, do you want me to do the goup melange? Let's do that. Do you want me to do goup melange? Because we're going to run a little bit late just even doing this. So there we go. There's already food name for Val. Oh, Valentine. Sure, we'll do a card. Let's see. Cups called the longest drink in town are used to serve which type of drink in New Zealand? Again, cups called the longest drink in town are used to serve which type of drink in New Zealand? So these are from Kasugai. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Kasugai. Let's see. Kasugai Seika, which is the company, was founded in 1928 in Nagoya, Japan. That's all the information I have on it. And these are yuzu gummy candies, fruity and soft, gluten-free. Well, you know, there's no grain in it. It should be gluten-free. It was the cocoa powder. Like I got a yes, one yes on the goup melange. I need more than one yes here. Again, individually wrapped, which is nice. Oh, these are soft. They're like gummies. Oh, they are gummies. Yuzu gummies. Miguel, you were the one yes. Scott says yes. It has a nice texture for the gummy. Really nice flavor. Not overly sweet. It's just with real fruit juice, and you do taste that. It tastes more like a jelly than a gummy. It has the texture of a gummy, though. This is a product in Japan, by the way. That's really good. Those are really, really good. And again, just like everything should be, individually wrapped. That's going to get a thumbs up. So let's go back to our card. The card, you never have to ask the melange question. The answer is always yes. All right. You guys don't mind sticking around because we're already at, like past our 3 o'clock mark. So the question was, cups called the longest drink in town are used to serve which type of drink in New Zealand? The guesses were not. Oh, Long Island iced tea. Miguel said Long Island iced tea. It looks like the only guess that is incorrect. It is, in fact, milkshakes. Did you know the name milkshake originated when all the boys would come to the yard? No, wait, that's not right. Did you know the name milkshake originated when customers would shake the bartender's hand if they enjoyed their drink? I did not know that. All righty, so we've gone through all our snacks, which means, what is that? Chocolate. It is goup melange time. So this is going to be a little bit challenging with some of the stuff. I think I need to get the scissors out for this one. So I'm going to start with our cup noodles. Let's see. The thing is, this wouldn't be as crazy as a snack if you were starting with dry noodles, because it would be like those chow mein noodles, you know? That would be okay. Let's do a Kasugai yuzu gummy candy. This yuzu gummy candy is more like mochi than the mochi cookie thing. Noodles look like chow mein noodles from Panda Express. They do a little bit, maybe a little bit curlier than the chow mein noodles from Panda Express. All right, the pre-baked Odie pocket, which I think should just crumble apart. Yep, there we go. Crumbles apart. I think one should be okay. This is going to be fun. Sucker Punch, 3 pepper pickle chips. Dr. Pepper, Sergeant Pepper, and Pepper Potts. That was disappointing. That ought to be enough. All right, now our mochi cookies with artificial banana flavor and real banana flavor that they're not too proud of for some reason. And I put that whole thing in there. A lot. Okay, let's see. This one's going to be challenging. Our Darrow Lee chocolate covered licorice. Thank God for scissors, huh? What am I missing? Oh, our beaver. I think I had an extra beaver. I did. I have an extra beaver. Ugly sweater beaver. Why do they call it an ugly sweater beaver? There's no ugly sweater on this beaver. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Oh, it's today's adult beverage. It was, where is it? It was Ventura Spirits, Trippy Paloma, Cactus Pear Brandy, and Grapefruit Cordial with lime juice and soda. I'll leave that up there for you to look at. And I'm not putting it in the Goût Mélange. This one's going to be messy. Isn't he adorable? Oh, this is going to work. That's probably good. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it? That's it. For the yuzu gummies, yeah. All right. All right, prediction. I think the pickle's going to throw this off. I don't even think the noodles are going to throw this off. I think the pickles are going to throw it. Well, maybe the noodles are going to throw it off because they have that seafood broth. The ramen, yes, the ramen will probably throw it off. I got to ask how's Doodle. I won't ask if he's in heaven. He is not in heaven. He's in the room. Doodle, come here. Come here, Doodle. Doodle, come here. Come up here and say hi. Come on. Come on up. Doodle, come up. Come on up. You can do it. You do it all the time. I know you can do it. Come on up, Doodle. Come on up. Come on, Doodle. Doodle, you're holding up the Goût Mélange. Doodle, come here. Come here. We'll wait. We'll see if he pops up. In the meantime, let's try the Goût Mélange. Well, I have the fork in there anyways. Might as well continue with the fork. That looks wrong. The bits of licorice, really chewy. A lot of chocolate in here. How much chocolate do you have to hide the taste of pickles? Even though that's a seafood chow mein flavor, I'm sorry, seafood ramen flavor, it doesn't overpower the Goût Mélange. But between the yuzu gummy and the licorice, that's some really sticky stuff. Chocolate is what you get, or cocoa. You get the most of cocoa. No, Scott, strangely enough, licorice and the pickles don't throw it off. It's really weird. As a matter of fact, well, again, remember, the pickles aren't dill. So in the Goût Mélange, they kind of revert the pickles back to like a cucumber state. It's almost like cucumber, which doesn't hurt the flavor of anything else in there. There's something like onion in there, but nothing has onion in it. It's pretty good. I would never intentionally put these things together. So I'm going to say a thumbs up trending downward, but still not too bad. So I thank you all for sticking around for the extra 10 minutes for the Goût Mélange. I know for some of you, it's like, a very important part of the of our live stream at all was doing the Goût Mélange, is getting to the Goût Mélange. If any of you don't recall why we call it Goût Mélange, then we will add that story at some point in time. So here we are in this freezing cold weather all over the United States and also in Europe, apparently. And so we appreciate you joining us on this cold day. For those of us who are in the United States who are not working tomorrow because we have Martin Luther King Day off, enjoy your day off. Try to do something fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we appreciate so much of you joining us. We love, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of it, I've never had to ban a single person on this channel because we're all very respectful. We all follow the guidelines, and you guys are all very. It's a very interactive community, and we're very supportive of other people, even when your dog actually didn't die and Val thought that it did. It's a very supporting community, and I love you guys. I love you guys how you take care of yourselves and others, which I say at the end, but you guys demonstrate that all the time. Just a friendly reminder, if you have not checked out the other channels that we support, including Janice Yamanaka, who is like always quick with the answer, always quick with putting up the links to our previous posts and everything. So thank you so much, Janice. I don't know what we would do without you, but also check out her channel. She's very prolific. She puts out like multiple episodes per day, always putting something out. Definitely check out her channel, Janice Yamanaka. Tom, old guy in Colorado, check out his channel. John, who joined us from, I'm going to mess this up, Brewed and Reviewed. I can't remember exactly what the order was, but you will see if you go to our main page on YouTube and you scroll down to featured channels and look in there, there's a whole list of all the people that we support and all the people that we think you'll enjoy their channels. When you do check out their channels, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the videos, and even leave comments because it helps them out. If you have not yet subscribed to Trippy Food, please do so. We're here for you. We love doing this for you and with you. But if you can subscribe, that helps us out as well. So we appreciate that if you have not yet done so. And we just again thank you for joining us. Not every week, but most weeks. We thank you for joining us on the live stream. Hopefully, we'll do some different things, change things up, and provide you with some stuff. We hope that we are educational. We hope that we are fun. We hope that we are entertaining for you, and we'll continue to do so. If you have any suggestions to us, not necessarily suggestions as food, but we do have our suggestion box. So if you go to the community page, scroll down to suggestion box. And then just leave whatever suggestion you have. So it doesn't have to be a food thing. If you want us to try something different, a game or something like that, just remember that there are what is the word? Terms of service that YouTube have that won't let us do some things. So some things that are illegal we can't do. Some things we can't do any chugging. We can't. I don't know if we can chug non-alcohol. I'm not sure. But there's some things that we can't do as parts of the terms of service. But if you have a suggestion, just put it out there. If we can't do it, we won't be able to do it, and we'll tell you that we can't do it. But whatever suggestions you have, just put them out there. And if we get to it and we actually do it on an episode or something, we will give you a shout out. As many of you who are in, or we have done episodes of Viewers Choice will tell you, we will give you the shout out for that. So we appreciate it. So thank you again for joining us on this cold day across the U.S. and Europe. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you joining us and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. But just remember that it's crazy out there. So please be careful. As always, as you do, take care of yourselves and take care of others. And we'll see you soon. So bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.